cancer. He's getting treatment in California right now. So he's watching this, so let's give him a big hand. These guys have been a big part of the hockey community in Colorado for years, and they're in a tough spot right now. Cancer has really, really ravaged the family, but also ravaged the checkbook. And we want you guys to do nothing but concentrate on the recovery. So on behalf of everybody in this crowd, especially all these people behind me, we'd like to present you a check for $50,000.
Good little tribute there.
Wonderful. This is always the highlight of the weekend. Welcome to the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado for the 2025 Dawg Nation Survivor Game. I'm Manny Furtado along with Gabe Gauthier. Gabe, we've called a number of these games. This is always the highlight of the entire weekend.
Certainly is. And a lot of people talk about, showing up for the Platinum Division games and how good those are. This one's really the inspirational game, because every player, goaltender and skater, along with official, is a survivor.
And this year's theme is traumatic brain injury, TBI awareness. And of course, it's been a long time coming. There's so much more focus on concussions in the head and protecting players, that how appropriate it is that today's game is a tribute to that.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing too, is the brain is so fragile, and what these people have had to endure on the recovery is crazy in itself. But yes, having that awareness of just brain injury, brain health, mental health, especially in contact sports.
And how many careers have been cut short, at hockey?
Hockey, football, soccer,
every other sport, yeah. But and the injuries that are a tribute here and awareness brought to is everyday living. Like the video said prior, is in a blink of an eye, your life can change, whether it's a fall or an accident or
a collision,
or a collision. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So today we've got the White Survivors 2025 and the Green Survivors. Let's go through our rosters here. In goal for White, Sid Soleray, number 1. Tony Koza, number 35. Number 3 is Van Stone. Number 4 is John Matthew. Number 5 is Joe Bradley. Number 7 is Dave Stevens. 8 is Adam Dowling. 9 is Kyle Barrowcliff. 10 is Johnny Landis. 12 is Dave Repsher. 14, Matt Martinez. Number 15, Richard Foreman. 16 is Taylor Erickson. 17, David Van Doren. 18, Christy Wenberg. Number 19 is Kim Hermberg. Number 20 is Laura Bond. 22, Kevin Miller. 23, Jeff Wild. 24, Dennis Heaton. He's also a coach on this team. Evan Davis is number 25. He's a coach. And 29 is Matt Bitter. You want to take us through the Greens?
Yes, sir. In net, we have Taylor Ludi, and then Opie Wasberg. Opie, a longtime Wiley vet. And then we have Christina Montoya, who's also the coach, number 2. Number 3, Aiden Kirby. Number 4, Dan Bitondo. Number 5, Tim Bennett. Number 6, Marty's brother, Nigel Richardson, with a brand new heart. Number 7, Dwayne Helderline. Number 8, Dan Hohenstein, referee. Number 9, Dave Chamberlain. Number 10, Greg Bronson. Number 11, Tim Cohen. Number 12, Andy Geary. Number 15, Danny Packard. Number 16, Brian Peoples. Number 17, Dan Coombe. 18, Robin Lamfair. 21, Dory Webb. 22, Sienna Graffa. 24, Eric Larkin. I missed 23, Ed Surrey. 27, Patrick Donnelly. 29, Hillary McNesh, who's also the coach. And then wrapping it off, number 39, Paul Zancanelli in the sled.
And we are just about set to go in this 2025 Survivor game. And we are underway as Sienna Garrafa with the puck. Garrafa brings it in and tucks it away. Sid Soleray was left out to dry there, as breaking in early is Sienna Grafala.
Yeah, had the the video tribute to her before the game, and she gets the scoring started. Big rush, wins the face-off, able to break through the two defensemen, and made a nice move too. She elected not to shoot it, and went for the deke.
And we've got Johnny Landis out there to take the face-off, and this time Landis wins it back cleanly. Bittner tries to work it into the green zone, and again, there's Garafa, and Garafa brings it in. She's all alone, looking for two early on, and that time she fires it away and tips it in directly over the stick side.
That was all individual play there by Sienna. Again, with the face-off. She lost the face-off this time. Landis won that draw, but then she was able to pick it up in the middle there, come down, and this time she actually went with the shot, faked out the goaltender, and beat him blocker side. It's the Sienna shift.
She's got a couple tallies this far. We'll keep track of that. And there's Don Coombe. Don Coombe, the longtime Arvada coach in the green. He's the centerman, number 17.
Another veteran of Dawg Nation and the Survivor game. And as we talked about too, with just the TBI, Marty said there's six survivors on this lineup that have gone through a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see them recover from that and able to be here on the ice.
And of course, Marty will be here shortly. He was on the ice for check presentation prior to this matchup. And with the puck is Eriksson. Eriksson feeds it back over, and an opportunity puck is tipped up and resecured by Danny Packard. Packard is a cancer survivor as well.
Yeah, Danny Packard is son to Rob and Kelly Packard, two big influential people on the Dawg side, and Rob with Skylight Specialist. I was able to work with Danny and Rob at Skylight Specialist when I retired from playing pro, so that was an amazing opportunity there. Oh, here we go.
And breaking in is Foreman. Foreman takes the shot.
Oh!
And I think Letty made that save, or is that Opie Wasberg? We've got Wasberg in goal here.
Yeah, I think Opie is in there. But Richard, nice play, able to break the D over the blue lane, and had a little breakaway in, but wasn't able to beat Opie there.
Like you said, Opie's a veteran in these parts. He's been, and you got to you love a name like that, Opie Wasberg. You
Yes.
know, it's just it's distinctive and it's a good goalie name. See Wasberg trying to see through a screen. He's got it looks like Kieran Sebrian that we saw in the Platinum game posting up in front of Wasberg.
Yes.
And trying to work it out of the corner there is Greg Bronson. Bronson's got the puck, finds a man back over to the near side. That's actually Tori Webb. Puck is turned back over. David Van Doren, number 17, is out there at center ice. Puck is swept up, just missing it, and coming away with it is Kevin Miller. Miller guided into the far side corner, rolls around, back over into the near side circle. That shot by David Van Doren. And Doran gets another stick on it, keeps the play alive for White.
Good pressure here by the White team, keeping the puck down in the green zone.
Held her line, Takes it into the white zone. Henderline winds up and had a good wrister. That one goes high, and Sid Soleray might have gotten a piece of that.
Yeah, he did. It was a great save there. He's been tested early. These jerseys are looking pretty slick.
It's Matt Martinez out there, number 14 for the white. Of course, Matt is with MC Electrical. He donated a kidney. And let's see if he can team up again with Dave Repsher. Dave Repsher is number 12 for the white squad.
That was an amazing story as well, too. For those that don't know, is Matt Martinez donated his kidney there
to a stranger.
To a stranger.
Yep.
So
he heard the call.
Yeah.
And answered it.
Yep.
And of course, last year's theme was transplant survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And then right on the doorstep, picking it up, and we've got a natural hat trick right there. Garafa scores her third tally of the first period. We're barely into this by 4 minutes.
Wow. What a period by Sienna. That one, and again, the types of goals that she just scored are all three. The first one, she made a nice move. She deked out the goalie. The second one, the great wrist shot over the blocker. This one, she was just in the right place at the right time on the doorstep to put it on the backside.
She showed some good hands and patience there. And now trying to work and get white on the board was Matt Bittner. Bittner survived an on-ice heart attack. And trying to work it out is Andy Gary. Gary gets stymied there, so he looks for another option, finds Nigel Richardson. And who could forget last year when Nigel Richardson's, the donor family for Nigel Richardson's heart, showed up, all 17 of them.
Truly amazing.
A very heartfelt and incredible statement for that family to come out and had a chance to see Nigel on the ice with their family members' heart. And there is Andy Gary playing center field out there at the right point. Gary dishes it into the center portion, and Evan Davis has it. Excuse me, that's Bittner, 29. Bittner brings it in. He's on his backhand. Feeds it over to John Matthew. And Matthew had a neck injury from a bike accident.
Yeah.
I was playing men's league with him during that time and
really
saw him come back. John Matthew is quite a hockey player. So is Andy Gary.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And they still are. They still are very good hockey players, which is why they're continuing to play here, play in the Survivor game. They play in the adult leagues that are in town. So it's awesome to see.
Tim Bennett finds Larkin. Larkin's bid goes wide and chasing it down. Danny Packard with some hustle. Packard stood up there by Jeff Wild. Don Coombe. And Don Coombe has it knocked away, and here comes John Matthew. His pass, though, is deflected, and Peoples tried to come up with it. We've got a breakaway coming up. Dave Stevens. Stevens down the left-hand side, but he's unable to connect the dots. John Matthew sails it back over to the near side, and Green has a chance. Here trailing, Green up by 3. Looking for more. Tim Bennett chases it behind Soleuray's cage. Bennett feeds it in front, ricochets to the end wall. And Eric Larkin back over to Don Coombe, and Don Coombe with a quick play as Don Coombe slid it in and Boy, you saw Coombe catch that puck. He didn't waste a lot of time with the puck on the stick.
No, he sure didn't. And it was a great pass by Danny Packard from the side to find Coombe in the slot. And that's where White has got to do a little better job on their defensive zone, right? You can't leave a guy like Don Coombe in front of the net. We got Marty, the dog father, here now joining us. What's up, Cap?
So what we got a 3-0 game.
Well,
blowout,
it's Sienna has all 3 goals. So
oh my goodness! I didn't see any hats on the ice.
She's got a hat trick. Well, they're saving them because she might get more. She started out so quick. She got one off the opening faceoff, and here's a steal and a backhander wide by Bitondo. Puck is stolen again by Van Doren, and the puck comes back up to the blue line. And recovered. Marty had a nice check presentation before the game.
Yeah, that was.
Talk a little bit about that.
That was the Samuelson family. Keenan is a longtime hockey player. I just talked to his family. He was on one of the very first Mountain Vista teams, and his dad used to coach quite a while here. You want to pick this one up, you might have a goal here.
Dan Bitondo takes it in. Soleray readies him. Soleray makes the heck of a save as he got that blocker out, trying to poke it in. Bitondo chases it back, looks for the feed right in front. Dory Webb has it roll off her stick, and White survives that. What a play by Sid Soleray.
So yeah, the Samuelsons, Keenan is battling stage 4 liver cancer right now, and is actually getting treatment in Southern California. And so been away from the family, 3 children, and tough time for that family, and really racking up the bills and getting into debt. And lo and behold, we were able to step up, and because of all the people here and how successful this year's Dog Bowl is, we're able to hand them a check for $50,000.
Well, that is quite a testament to what this is all about here, isn't it? And here with Nigel getting tied up back behind the play, the puck is freed up, and walking in is Cohen. Cohen feeds it back over, back to Cohen, stole, and he gets it back and he scores. So the unselfish play is returned back to Tim Cohen.
I think Kevin Miller might have got an assist on that game.
He sure did, yeah. Give that assist to Kevin Miller, because as he was... That's good. Also, I'd give an assist there to your brother Nigel, right, for the distraction.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he was definitely doing something. I'm not sure what.
He doesn't always show up on the score sheet, but he's valuable.
Yeah. Yes, but a great goal there by Tim Cohen, like you said, being unselfish, made the pass, got it back, and able to bury it in the empty net.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be buying Kevin Miller a beer after this game.
Definitely should.
That's Sienna again in that corner.
Sienna's been active.
You know, she's only been walking for 5 months after her accident. Pretty amazing.
That's an amazing story, because she has been fast, and now Kevin Miller again feeds it back up front. Laura Bond with a backhand bid, and the puck is poked free and kept inside the green zone as Kevin Miller chases it down. What a pass. Right up through the slot. Helderline has it. Helderline feeds it back over to the near side, and Cohen looking for his second. Hands it off. And Marty, we're looking for number 14. I think I missed one here. Give me that on green.
It's going to be tough since I don't have it on my sheet here. I think that's on green.
That's who?
Yeah, I said that's Matt Martinez, but that's the White team.
Okay. And squaring up to take that shot, another save by Wasberg, as Matt Bittner has been active thus far. So.
Oh, that's Ed Souleret is 14, it looks like.
Oh, that's what we missed. No, I thought we had him as 23.
We do on the sheet, but he clearly, I know Ed. He's my next door neighbor.
Souleret.
And I could
You're going to vouch for him?
Yeah. I've seen that guy clear my driveway. I'm pretty sure that's Ed Souleret.
Yeah, you can pick him up with a scope.
A little tricky jersey switch on us back there, huh?
All right. Okay, so that's Ed. All right. we're always the last to know. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasberg makes another save. But just as we say that, it's jammed in and a nice play. Matt Martinez gets White on the board. It is 4-1.
So Matt Martinez is a donor and a recipient, both. So he gave his kidney to Dave Repsher. So pretty famous story there. But then he needed a tendon in his knee that's from a cadaver. So he actually is a donor and a receiver. Pretty cool.
Yep. Well, some great stories. We were talking about some of the prior stories before you came up, Marty, and of course the story last year with your brother and his donor family.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago now.
Was that 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years ago now. And I think they might even be tuned in today.
Well, good to have everybody on board here. And now working his way in is Danny Packard. Packard feeds it back over, and a pretty play. Scores as Eric Larkin doesn't miss. Packard set him up, put it on a platter.
That's Eric Larkin. He's got a crazy story, too. He's all the way from St. Louis today. Came in a couple days ago, but Eric was driving with his family to a hockey tournament, and he had a seizure. And his foot pushed against the gas pedal. Imagine this, the whole family's in the car and he's unaware what's going on, and they're going faster and faster and faster down the highway. And he's just totally frozen. And eventually they went off the road and flipped multiple times end over end. And he ended up with a traumatic brain injury. He's had some surgeries with that, still some issues, but no issues with the way he can finish on the pass from Danny.
I'll tell you what, Packard set him up. Gabe, you have a teammate that set you up like that, or was that you?
No, Max Bull was a guy that would set me up. Luke Foljum was another guy. Kevin Ulansky, we played together quite a bit. So yeah, but Danny Packard, he's really not only finding the puck when he's out on the ice, but he's really being able to really identify who's on with him and make some great plays.
Yeah, and he also makes a mean bratwurst.
Yeah. Erickson dishes it back, and turnaround shot by Stevens, and a tip in there. Bittner gets another.
Matty Bittner had a heart attack on the ice at Promenade, and he got incredibly fortunate when there was a EMT on the other team that saved his life. That was last year.
So right into cardiac arrest, and then there was a paramedic able to revive or get the heart back to pumping a little bit.
Yeah, and they came, they saved him, and when we did his check presentation, we surprised Matt with that EMT being there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does that EMT play hockey?
He did. He was on the other team. Pretty wild.
That is wild. To have an EMT in the building, but then on the ice,
yeah. And there's Don Coombe. Don Coombe feeds it back, and the long pass back into the white zone is Souleret.
So you've got one here, Gabe, number 8. He's playing his very first Survivor game.
Adam Dowling.
Yeah, and you happen to know his dad.
I do. I was just thinking that too. So if Michael, if you're watching, which he's down in Las Vegas for the showcase that's going on, junior showcase. Go ahead.
And
there's the goal there.
No, that was Don Coombe. We talked about Coomb's hands earlier, and Coombe with his second shot, the second one hits the back of the net.
Lake Superior State grad.
And it is 5-2.
Played there too.
Yeah, and like Manny was saying, just a coach in the youth hockey community and being able to continue. And that's one of the things, Marty, we've talked about on the last 2 broadcasts is just the amount of give back, right, that players from all different levels contribute to the Dawg Nation, right? and why it's been so successful for 15 years is, you know, to the point like Matty Martinez is not only was he a donor, he's a recipient. Is everyone here is we're always giving back to something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the key, isn't it?
It absolutely is. You see it and you see it touching everybody, right? You see, we saw Gavin Stoik out here. Gavin had an injury; he's not going to play in the game. But his mom, Laura Bond, picked up hockey at age 50, and she's a cancer survivor. You see her out there.
Gavin was supposed to be a top dog this weekend.
And we saw him. He had a hamstring injury here.
I saw him downstairs too. He's a tall guy.
Helderlin. Of course, we've played with Dwayne. Number 7 out there calling for the puck. He's in the slot. And breaking up ahead of the play is David Van Doren. Van Doren's all alone. Wasberg readies. Van Doren puts a nice backhander past Wasberg.
David's a recent cancer survivor. Plays in the My Over 40 League.
Nice.
And so
Are you still in the 40s?
I am.
You haven't moved up?
I haven't. I'm still in there. Still in the score a goal once in a while.
Yeah, I've already. I know you've got. How many points you got this season, Marty?
I'm not playing this summer, so 0.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right.
But
It's your busy season.
yeah, my busy season.
You can't have that much talent playing year round.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
You know, like you got to take a break.
Yeah.
It's just not fair, is it?
Definitely not fair.
There's Matt Martinez.
Yeah, I used to be a point per game guy. Now I'm a point per month. So it might be a point per year pretty soon. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I remember playing in the 40, and I remember being. I think the average age of the 40 might have been 45.
Yeah.
Might have been, huh?
Yeah, it's a little tough for you and I.
Yeah, it is. And there's the end of the first period with the score 6-3 Green off of 3 goals. A hat trick from Sienna Garafa has put Green up ahead as they lead by 3. Gentlemen?
Yeah, so what did you think, Gabe? It's been a couple of years since you watched the Survivor game, and it's a pretty special one.
It is. That's what we were talking about before you came up, is just, you know, what every player has endured to get to this point, right? Is the recovery, which you just can't imagine. And as you mentioned with Sienna, just walking 6 months, you know, and being able to now play, put up a natural hat trick. But just the others that have endured the TBI, that's something that you really, it's hard to recover from, because the brain is such an organ that it not only affects your movements but emotions as well too.
Yeah. This is an emotional room. I mean, they're all supporting each other in here, and all different journeys, and quite a few this year with the TBIs. Pretty amazing.
Marty, you mentioned there was, I believe, was it 6 of them?
Mm-hmm. There's 10 of them.
Okay.
Or 10.
Tell us a little bit about some of those.
Yeah. So the main ones that we talked about earlier, that was Johnny Landis, 42-foot fall onto concrete, 160 skull fractures. Sienna Garafa was on a hydroplaning accident. Then we also had Van Stone slipped on a staircase at home. It can happen anyway, right? And Paul Zancanelli, his was a car accident. Eric Larkins was a car accident. Dave Stevens is from our over 40 league. He fell in a hockey game headfirst into a goalpost. Now that was his. Taylor Erickson, who used to play in our over 40 league, really good player. Taylor fell and hit his head in a bar. He fainted and ended up fracturing his skull. They're all so many different ways that can happen. And we talked about Larkin with his car accident with his family in the car.
Well, we had that was a nice tribute and a wonderful video. You were saying that Landon Smith put that together.
He did. Yeah, Landon did a really great job.
Of course, Landon played here in Colorado, youth hockey with the Thunderbirds, Littleton Thunderbirds, and then went on to play his college hockey at Quinnipiac.
He's got a huge game tonight. He's taking on the Top Dogs.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
I'll tell you, Marty, we talked about it. You've put quite a squad together, but once again, the concrete. You just kind of shake your head, don't you, Marty?
You do. You do.
But, Marty, some trade deadline moves by you. It's
I don't think
you bring
I
in
have
Mikey
any.
Isamont.
Yeah.
He wasn't even – I didn't see him on the roster. That's a
Oh, he's on the roster.
Oh, okay.
He's been on the roster a long time. We had no moves this year. I might need to do one, though. There is 24 hours.
You might have to.
Yep.
We've got a guy down in the corner.
That's Adam Dowling.
So yeah, his dad Michael works for Dawg Athletics, and unable to be here this weekend, but we've been working together, which has been a lot of fun. And Dawg made the jerseys for another game here.
And there was some
the Dawg
speed
Bowl.
down the right side, and a feed back over to Andy Gary. Bit behind him, and getting back is Tim Bennett. Quick pass. Gary walks in, and Gary with that quick wrist shot. Elevated it.
Goes bar down, man.
That was a pretty nice goal.
Andy, where did that come from?
And Tony Koza, who's now in goal, says, I didn't even get a warm-up shot.
No. Yeah.
Andy goes bar down on his first shot on us. That was a nice goal. We don't have the replays here, but that was a nice one.
Yeah, welcome to the game, Koza, Andy Geary.
Yeah.
Bar down.
That's Don Coombe and Johnny Landis taking the draw together, and Johnny wins it. Johnny grew up with Joe Sakic as his coach.
That's really cool.
Here comes Johnny.
Landis takes it down Broadway. He's got open ice. And he buries it with a 5-hole goal. Johnny Landis scores, and the crowd erupts. It is 7-4. Johnny Landis gets his first goal, and he gets the loudest applause.
I think we got a Johnny Landis cheering section over here. This may be as big as the Gabe Goche DU cheering section.
Man, I don't want to go that big, but he definitely has a crowd here. Like, it wasn't just one side. Like, we have the whole stands. That's another thing too, Marty, as we were talking about, is obviously this weekend's big, right? Because you got the Platinum and the Top Dogs and Denver Concrete. But look at this attendance for the Survivor game.
Right?
It's amazing, and it's amazing what Dawg Nation has become at 15 years, and each year, we have a new story. But here comes Johnny Landis again.
Landis steals the puck, brings it in. Luddy's there, and Landis gathers it back in. Measures his time and takes a shot. That one deflected. A second shot. One goes wide.
He's got it again.
3 for $1.
Taylor Luddy, here he goes. He's set right up. Luddy gives it. And Landis scores 2 goals, and we've seen that 2 goals in a shift. As it was Sienna Garaffa earlier getting a hat trick in the first period, 2 goals in the first shift.
Yeah. That was Kevin Miller getting the assist there. 2-3 times in a row, Kevin was putting it on the old silver platter.
He was determined to make that one work.
Well, definitely Coach Heaton down there making some moves, saying, hey, we got to get the puck to Johnny, and he buries it home.
Christy Wenberg versus Dory Webb. And Green controls that one. Laura Bond moves it back over to the near side, and Kevin Miller quickly fires it back. He looks for the give and go, and some good hands there by Brian Peoples. Peoples snagged that puck as that pass was coming across. And the loose puck comes out to Taylor Luddy, and Luddy moves it up ice.
So Marty, as we talk about jerseys, right, and we're gonna see a different jersey for the Legends game against the Firefighters. How'd you come up with this jersey color scheme for the Survivors this year?
So what we do is I work with the marketing department at K1, and rival but not rival. These companies like Dawg and K1 are just awesome.
And Bitondo scores.
And this year with the traumatic brain injury theme, we came up with the logo first and kind of researched it, and the color for that is green.
Nice.
So we went with the green and white and black, and I kind of like these ones.
They're very cool. Kind of reminds me of like the Dallas Stars, you know, or even like the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, a little bit sea hockey color.
Yeah. We had another goal there, right?
Yeah,
we had another goal.
Dan Baton. Yep. He's an avid fisherman.
Is he a fly fisherman, or is he just
fly fisherman? He's a fancy guy. Yeah.
Bronson
Good wrist.
lost that handle and walking away. Joe Bradley with it.
Joe Bradley, a cancer survivor.
And Bradley hands it off. David Van Doren again down the right-hand side, and Van Doren tries to tuck it in on the near side, has the puck, puts a backhander into the slot, gets it back again as he's got a man up high. Foreman to Van Doren. Van Doren down low. And coming away with it is Jeff Wild. Wild battling out of the corner. Puck pokes free, and it comes back over to Tim Cohen, who's got a tally this game. Cohen moves it up, and now we've got a foot race, and Richard Foreman trying to get to it, but coming away with it was Bronson. Bronson lost the handle, and White survives the rush. Aiden Kirby. Kirby steps in and gets a shot off. Barrowcliff, I believe that is. Marty, Kyle Barrowcliff.
Yeah, Kyle's
number 9.
He's a first responder, cancer survivor, coach in Littleton. He hadn't been on the ice forever, and couldn't make last year's Survivor Games. This is his very first one, and he was looking great. He was worried about skating, being able to skate. Matt Martinez.
Now breaking out, but Taylor Luddy comes way out of her cage.
So Taylor's a guy. Just so you know. Taylor almost lost his leg when a skate hit him in a beer league game. Literally, he's a really high-level goalie. And, oh, here we go.
Adam Dowling.
And Dowling's Barrowcliff with that puck. And loses the handle and an edge. And who but Sienna Garafa comes away with it. Garafa working through some traffic at center ice. She works it into the zone and tries to get past there. Erickson made a nice play, and one more time Danny Packard is there to pick it up, hands it off. Barrowcliff with the shot and chases it back into the far side corner, shovels it back up high. Bittner's got it. Bittner knocked us, tipped aside, and Packard with some speed. Packard brings it in. Packard drives it in, and what a save as Koza drifts over, and Packard almost tucked it behind him.
Yeah, that was Dave Stevens.
What a back
coming
check.
back. Yeah, Dave Stevens. You're not supposed to back check in the Survivor game.
Well, he doesn't want to lose. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But Danny had some great speed there going through the middle, but a great back check by Dave Stevens. As you were talking about Taylor Luddy with the skate, finish that story. How did that happen?
A lot of goalies wear a little pad over the top of their behind their pad.
Okay, like above their knee.
Yeah, above their knee. And he didn't like wearing it. He thought it was restrictive, so he didn't wear it. And a guy fell and skate came in right above his knee, and Taylor was down on a knee, and it went right into his thigh and literally almost severed his leg off.
Wow.
It was an unreal story. And,
wow. It's like a Gabriel
I was just
Landeskog
going to
story.
say, like a Landy, right? Getting cut like Landy.
Way worse, though.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Well,
I guess
in the end. Yeah, I was going to show you a picture of this thing. And we won't put this on air because it's pretty bad.
Well, you're looking for that. Bringing the puck in over on the far side was number 29, Matt Bittner. Bittner slings it back to and Danny Packard moves it up the wall. Nice pick there by Souleret. Wow, it's a good thing we don't have that on air.
Yeah.
That is
that's amazing.
That is incredible.
Looks like a.
Yeah. When I showed this to Milan Hajduk, he thought it was a shark bite.
I was just gonna say, like, is that his knee right there?
Yeah.
And then that's the top of the thigh.
Yeah.
And that happened just from a skate?
A skate came in, yeah, he put his knee down, and the guy had lost his balance, and the skate came in like he was sliding into second base, and just about lost his leg on the ice. And
wow.
It was he was up, he came through our Hockey Heals program.
Wow.
And came back, and we did an exhibition shootout, upright players against the U.S. national sled team at a DU game. And we had ex-DU players, Aaron McKenzie and Charlie West, Charlie Host.
No,
and,
just.
Can't remember who the third one was. And
Johnny Landis looking for a hat trick.
Landis gets it back and scores, and one more time Kevin Miller's there to provide the assist. We have a two-goal game, boys.
Another great play by Kevin Miller, finding Landis in front of the net there, right? And Landis makes no mistake to bury it for his third of the game as well. Two hat tricks.
Clearly, Kevin Miller knows all about charity, as he's charitable to both teams today.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
It's like, figure it out, Kevin.
Yeah, it's like that's been a solid effort today. So Johnny with a hat trick, Sienna with a hat trick, and my brother with nothing.
And we've got a two-goal game. That's, you know.
That's typical, right? Just showing up, taking up space,
Yeah.
Nigel.
Well, and your mom is here in attendance here.
Yeah.
Birthday for
mom.
her.
84th birthday. I told her I didn't think people lived that long.
Well, she's defied the odds. She looks great out there.
She actually, pretty amazingly, she did a 5K last year with me, and she won the over 80 division.
Good for her.
Pretty good. Another goal by
Johnny Land.
And Landis has got 4 tallies. We've got a 1-goal game. It's getting tight. And we've got 11:15 to go in this second half.
Taylor Luddy is really having a tough time figuring out Johnny Landis.
I know. It's definitely been tricky.
All right, is it Luddy, Ludi? We got Taylor.
Taylor's right. Taylor's right.
Taylor.
We at least know that, but I don't know. Gauthier, come on. How do you spell that? Like you expect anybody to get that right?
Everyone butchers that thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing too is my last name Gauthier is obviously French Canadian, but I grew up in Southern California, so we were pronouncing it Gauthier in Gauthier, right? The American way. And then when I went up to Chilliwack as a 15-year-old, the radio announcer there goes, hey, Gabe, when we announce your name, how do you want it to sound? How do you want it pronounced?
And what a shot, a 4-goal tally, and that was a goal scorer's goal. One more time by Sienna Garrafa. Garrafa's got 4 tallies to tie up with Johnny Landis, and it's a 2-goal lead. One more time, 7-9 as the Green leads. So your story is...
Yeah. So up in BC, the announcer's like, how do you want us to say your last name? I'm like, well, I didn't know that there was multiple ways, right? So they go, well, it's French Canadian, so here in Canada we say Gauthier. I'm like, wow, that, as a 15-year-old kid, that sounds so much better than Gauthier, right? So I'm like, let's go with it. Let's go with Gauthier. And so from the time I was 15, I've always gone by Gabe Gauthier, just because it has a better ring to it when you score,
That's
right?
true.
Than here in Gauthier. So
Way cooler. Way
yeah.
cooler.
Well, you wanted that French Canadian.
Well, I don't want to get too French.
Name, but and trying to work up is David Van Doren. Van Doren gets squeezed off and into the far side corner. Van Doren's got a man up in the middle. It's Dowling.
Couldn't find
Van
him
Doren's
there.
got it. Now he takes it, and
Ooh,
Dowling.
nice tip by Dowling.
That was a nice tip.
So, Gabe, did the rest of the family follow suit? And
No.
do they go by Gauthier?
My dad does in his own office, like he'll just call himself Jerry Gauthier as he talks to himself. But other than that, no, they go by Gauthier.
And a tip, another save as Letty has played solid here. Now we've got a break as Bitondo's got it. Bitondo winds up, takes the shot, and Koza makes a reaction save, not one, but two.
Great rebound save there by Koza, right? Giving up the first one, but being able to get back up onto the feet to make that second save.
Walking back is Tim Bennett. Bennett behind the cage, hits the brakes, moves it up ice, and waiting for the puck here at center ice. The feed right on the stick of Bronson. Bronson is challenged by Bradley. Shot and scores. And it is now a 3-goal lead. It is 10-7 with 7:54 to go in this contest.
Bronson from Albuquerque, but originally from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And he runs the Moose that come up to Colorado every year, the New Mexico Moose, to take on the teams in the Copper Division.
That's awesome, and especially the reach that Dawg Nation has, and as we know, there's the St. Louis chapter, but just the outreach, right, and being able to touch players throughout the nation has been amazing.
And even outside of the nation.
Europe.
Well, with
And
the
Canada.
Humboldt Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah, Humboldt.
I saw a Humboldt Survivor jersey down below. It was one of Don Coombs' kids.
That's really cool.
Talk a little bit about that St. Louis chapter, what they've been doing.
So that started when we had a nomination from one of their guys, from a St. Louis person. That was John Arell, who was recovering at Craig Hospital here in Colorado. And there was a dog connection to him from a relocated dog from St. Louis that was his neighbor back in the day. And they were moved so much that they started their own chapter to kind of do the same exact thing we're doing out here. And they've done an amazing job. They actually have their own dog bowl next weekend.
And I'm assuming you'll be traveling for that, Marty? No?
We'll see. Yeah, right now I'm not, but I could be changing my mind.
And there's Taylor Erickson, number 16 out there. Tries to kick it, but is re-secured by Dave Chamberlain. Dave, of course, a longtime Dawg supporter and member of Dawg Nation.
Dave's played on a lot of dog teams. When we had our three cancers that started Dawg Nation, all three of those are out there today. It's Danny Packard, Andy Gary, and Dave Chamberlain. All three survived, obviously, and all three out here.
Quite a testament. You think about that 15 years ago, Marty.
It's a long time ago.
14 Survivor games. 15 years of this. And what it's grown into.
And Gabe's been a part of this since she's 13 or 14, I think.
Yeah, we were talking about that on an earlier broadcast. It was when I was playing with the Cutthroats.
Yeah.
And
Sean Leonard.
And so this is where Manny, when I was playing with the Cutthroats, we had a real estate agent, Sean Leonard, and at the time he had a heart attack, and that's when Dawg Nation, I think it was year 3, was around, and they came to the Cutthroats game.
As Bittner brings it in, and Bittner's shot as he tried to draw it to the left, and with a shot back over on the right-hand side, went up and over. 3-goal deficit remains.
And that's where we had the connection, right? Derek Armstrong was a coach of that team. Brett Cullerton was another coach for that team. And Marty was there, and we just got introduced. And
a nice little backhander. It's now a 4-goal deficit for White.
That was Larkin again.
Yep. On the doorstep, backhand, top cheddar. So I meet up with Marty, right? Because I played at DU and always involved in the community and getting to know what they were doing and what the mission was. I was able to be a part of that Dawg Nation. We gave the check to Sean Leonard. I was injured that game, but it really started from there. In 2013, I've been a part of Dawg Nation.
It was a big deal for me because I kind of had a Gabe Goche man crush when he was playing for him. So
Didn't we all?
Yeah, we all did. So
Thank you.
I was pretty cool that night.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I appreciate listening and hearing that, and especially with Bittner coming down here.
Oh, that would have been a nice goal.
That would have been a nice goal by Bittner.
A little inside out. I like that move when it works.
Yep.
Bittner with his patience, looking for another shot there. So, and of course, Sean Leonard, Marty, we all played together in men's league for years at Old Foothills with Sean.
And Sean was a recipient again after a heart transplant, and sadly that didn't work, and he passed away last year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have been in this game for
he
sure.
Definitely would have been in this game, and smiling too. That's the one thing. He always had a smile.
Always did. Always did. So
Sienna again, finally denied.
She is a sniper.
Good player. She was on Team Colorado. She was one of the top players in Colorado.
You could see that.
The accent, yeah.
Yeah.
She almost has like Gauthier hands, wouldn't you think?
I agree. Yeah. And she shoots like Sakic.
Yeah.
Right? So she's got the hands, the vision, but she's got that very quick wrister.
Marty, you getting any games in this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to play the blind game. Gabe and I both were.
Okay. And Gabe, you're also playing in the Legends game.
Yeah.
I meant to mention that. Are you? What line are you on there?
Well, I think there's only 2 lines.
So you're on the second.
So I'm on the second line. Yeah. But no, that's going to be fun. Is playing in the blind hockey game, the scrimmage there, and then. There's been quite a few other people that have said, hey, do you mind just dressing up for a game? I'm like, sure, why not? I got my gear.
Is that right?
So, oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Couple guys in the copper division and the silver division. Oh, Sienna gets tripped up by the blue line.
That tricky blue line. She works hard, though, doesn't she?
She is in the play. I love it.
Yep.
I would imagine that's how she played when she was here with Team Colorado, right? Which is another thing, too, Marty, is just the growth of women's hockey, not only in the country.
Oh, what a play is. What a play is. That was delivered right across by Joe Bradley.
Yeah, we actually had a women's hockey event on Friday Thursday as part of this. Here we go, Richard Foreman.
Foreman takes a shot from distance because
Foreman's got a lot of confidence in his shot.
Well, Garafa wasn't giving him anything. I mean, they're up by 4 with 28 seconds to go. She's on it. She's back checking.
So now at the end of this, we're going to have a shootout. Everybody gets to take a shot. And we have a really special part of this because Paul Zancanelli, who is just now learning how to walk, is going to be pushed by his dad.
That's awesome.
So he'll be the last one to go.
And the final goal is scored as Van Stone buries it and making it 11-8 is the final score. Green wins But everybody wins in this game.
And now we're going to have the shootouts here. And hopefully we've got these a little organized, so we'll see.
Well, who do you got running things down there? Because you're up here with us.
I know, that's what makes me a little nervous. That sounds bad, but it makes me a little nervous. So, but we'll see. We'll see if we've got them all in a row here.
And of course, at one end, we have Opie Wasberg having a conversation there with Taylor Luddy. And it looks like Luddy's going to take the first shooter, maybe? No, Wasberg is in. It's a good thing they're different heights. We can tell who's who.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many games I've started, and I'm like, who is in goal? And until that goalie maybe skates to the side, I have no idea.
Just to get a glimpse of that number.
Yeah.
Let me see that number. Is it a 3 or a 2?
Yep. The old trick is during warm-ups, write down the pad color.
That is a good
or
one.
the helmet color.
Helmet, yeah, if there's graphics.
Anything.
The brick wall.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get these guys started out here. They seem to be enjoying their camaraderie on the bench here. So I was told we were going to get started right away on this, so we'll see if we can get going here. And this was Dave Topping's idea, put a whole bunch of pucks out there so we can go really fast. And so first guy's up, but we don't have a goalie on the other end yet.
Well, what they could do is have, maybe for next year, is have, because each team has 2 goalies, right?
Yep.
So you'd have White play defense first, so Green would shoot. You put both White goalies in each net, and you have the Green alternate, right? So
That's one way.
One player's going to shoot here, one player. So now you go through the full team, tally the goals, then go through the full White team against the Green.
So the goalies finally, yeah, that would help. But if you just started, it would probably help.
It would.
You can't finish till you start.
Yeah.
Look, we got Sienna doing lines right now.
Yeah, we got
Well,
Sienna
that's
doing
right.
lines, and we have a goalie putting his pads on. We have 2 people talking at center ice. And Dave Chamberlain told me, I got this year. We're gonna get him started right away. So here we go.
First one, all right.
Let's
we're
start
off.
it out. As walking in is Taylor Erickson.
This is Taylor Erickson, a TBI. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The fake slap
Taylor.
shot.
I think I saw that move at the World Juniors.
Yes.
And walking it back, Tim Cohen walks in.
Tim Cohen. Oh,
And Cohen's got a wrister as
he's
Sid
also a
Souleret
TBI. He's also a TBI.
gives up one. And that is Jeff Wild, number 23 on the White. Quickly working his way in as Ed Souleret, and that shot again. Another save. That was Tony Koza going down. This is fast action here. Wenberg brings it in.
Nice.
Had an opportunity, but now Dave Chamberlain for the Green squad. Chamberlain works it in, and what a play he thought he had. Souleret faked out, and Souleret sticks out and makes a toe save. Laura Bond on the opposite side. Bond finds the side of the cage. Now working it in is our pal Andy Gary.
Andy Gary went bar down last time. Not this time.
No, Koza
Not
says
this
no,
time.
sir.
Richard Foreman.
There goes Richard. Denied.
Nice play. Dory Webb. Gabe, take us down.
Dory Webb coming in, forehand, backhand. Just couldn't get it past the stick of Sid
And
Souleret.
Marty's got this one. David Van Dorn, who had a
Yeah.
tally in the game.
David Van Dorn, cancer survivor. He's a pretty good player. Oh, but he is denied with a nice kick save.
Danny Packard.
with some speed elects to go with a trick play and
It's not so. Yeah.
And
the
tricked
only one he
himself.
tricked is himself.
he
Yeah.
tricked himself out.
This is Johnny Landis.
And the crowd raises their voices. Here we go.
There's Jenny with the wrist. Oh, yeah. A little hesitation and slid it in. A little fist pump. He's got the celly going. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, full celly.
Full celly.
celly.
That's awesome.
Oh,
The crowd erupts. The favorite here.
the Handsome brother is up now.
Now
Yeah.
wait a minute, Nigel Richardson. Let's see if he's got the hands in the family.
The faster Richardson.
Yeah, faster, better looking,
Oh, but he can't finish.
but he can't.
He's all
Souleret was
English
there.
and no finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam Dowling, Gabe.
Adam Dowling here with the one-handed shot. Oh, just missed it there. Great
That was a
opportunity.
good effort. That was a really good effort.
And walking that one in.
Who was that one?
And one more,
Oh,
number
yeah.
13, Hemberg walks in, and Hemberg scores. Kim Hemberg finds the side of Wasberg's cage.
This is Eric Larkin. We talked a little bit about him earlier. All the way from. Oh, look at that
New
move.
Mexico.
Larkin.
Yeah, no, Larkin's from St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis, that's
Yeah.
right.
Kevin Miller with his beautiful bride right in front of you.
What's
I
he
know,
gonna do
she's
here?
got, and wow, what a play, what a shot.
Might have been
Lifts
the
it up and
might have been
over,
the
and
shot
the
of
big
the
cheer,
day.
and there's the
Cheer
smile.
from the better half.
Wow.
There's the smile. Aiden Kirby. Kirby's shot is denied by Koza.
Aiden Kirby just got married.
Here comes Matty Martinez, and as we talked about with his electrical company, when we had our house in Littleton, he actually came in and
Did he?
rewired some new vanity lamps or bulbs above the kitchen.
All right, this is Zancanelli.
And Zancanelli, Paul Zancanelli. Marty, take us through this.
Okay, this is Paul. Paul in March of 23 had a car accident. That's his dad, Paul the fourth, pushing him. Paul the fifth going there. Paul is just recently learning how to re-walk. So this is him. Oh, he's going to have a tough time putting this over the walrus.
And there is Souleret as he's down on the ice and trying to
Oh,
tug
and he
it
gets
in. Scores. Zancanelli scores with an assist from Dad.
Yeah, Dad was just recently, very recently, diagnosed with Parkinson's. So we've got a double, we have a double survivor in that one. So that's pretty powerful stuff.
Kyle Barrowcliff with the shot attempt,
And Barrowcliff was there, yeah.
going for the rebound, and gets it.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm not sure if that's legal.
Tim Bennett.
Tim Bennett's a Army vet, cancer survivor, and a wicked wrister that was just wide. This looks like, who is that one?
That is Bittner.
That's
Bitter.
Bittner, yeah.
Bittner already.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
No, you can't do that here. Do that in the Platinum Division.
Don Coombe.
Opie Waster thought, what in the...
Opie's like, what the heck, man?
Joe Bradley.
Joe, prostate cancer survivor, and Opie denies him.
Is this D-Rep?
No, this is
Nope.
Brian Peoples.
Brian Peoples.
had a stroke. Plays to our part of our hockey heels. Summit County guy. Amazing story too.
That's awesome.
And rings it off the post.
Is D-Rep here?
He's here, but he's in the crowd.
Okay.
Dave Stevens.
Stevens.
Stevens with Pavel Datsuk out there.
Stevens, a Boston, Massachusetts native. He looked like Bobby Orr there.
There's
Robin Lamphere with a nice opportunity there.
And I think we might be done. I'm supposed to go down for the picture, so I'm going to have to
All right.
jump
All
out of here.
right, Marty, terrific job. Once again, putting this together. Survivor Game 2025. We've got one more. And stepping in is Van Stone out of Littleton. Van Stone brings it in.
And, ooh, what a save by Taylor Ludi. Oh, he gets the rebound. Picks up the rebound here. And Batundo wants to wait for the crowd to settle down. Nice stop by Souleret.
And here we've got a goalie, Tony Koza, versus Opie Wasberg.
Koza coming in, looking for the shot. Just missed it wide. Are they going to reciprocate? Oh, here comes the player of the game for Green.
Sienna Garafa. Was there any doubt?
No. And she seals off a great Survivor game with 5 goals here today.
And what a spectacle that we've seen today. These players have put on a great show. This means so much to not only the players but their family as Greg Bronson comes in.
And you mentioned that too, Manny, right? Is it when, you know, these families have gone through the trauma, right? The least you'd think is like, okay, they're going to come back and play hockey.
Taylor Luddy versus Koza. Everybody likes to see goalie on goalie. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here comes Surley on Opie. Surley, nice kick save by Opie.
Denied. We haven't seen Opie Wasberg yet. Try and shoot, have we?
Not yet.
Are we going to see him? I think Sulere may take another shot on his teammate.
He just wants to go around and shoot the puck.
What goalie doesn't want to? And Sulere instead shoots it into the corner. Here we go. Your 2025 Survivors. A terrific tribute to all of the survivors, present and past.
Absolutely. And again, as we talked about, right? Like, when you're going through the trauma is being able to come back and recover to not only be active, Manny, but it's to play a sport that is probably the hardest sport to play functionally if you're coming off any type of injury.
And as you said, it's so much different than maybe a physical injury such as a leg or a knee, where you know your head is fine but your body isn't. Here, it's doubly difficult.
Yes.
And there is Marty Richardson appropriately piling in. He knows every story of every one of these players.
That's why they call him the Dawg Father.
Takes a pretty special person to do this.
Certainly does.
And Marty certainly knew his calling when he said he was going to do.
Stay true to Jack Harris and stay true to, you know, his former teammates and all the other ones that we've lost through these 15 years.
And there's the sticks up. So, Gabe, we've got sled hockey next.
Sled hockey is next. Going to be fun matchup. I know a couple guys. Jerry Duval is always a veteran player for the sled hockey team, represents USA in some international events as well too.
And a veteran, so our thanks for that as well. As the final score 11-8, but it doesn't really matter who won. Everybody won in this one, and we've got, there is a
check presentation.
Photo check presentation.
I think this one is being presented to Dawg Nation.
I think it is. The Scrappy Dogs, $1,000 to Dawg Nation. And there's Don Coombe out there with the Scrappy Dogs.
Don Coombe got a hair job. Looks good with the bleached hair.
He did, and why not?
Yeah.
It's tournament time,
I
you
love
know?
it. Brings me back to my junior hockey days.
And that's going to do it. So stay tuned. We've got a Platinum game later, two games later this evening in the Platinum division. So a chance to advance into the championship. with a win.
Going to be some good hockey.
Top Dogs are going to need it. They're going to bring it. So with that, we will see you this evening. I'm Manny Furtado, along with
Gabe Gauthier.
I thought it was Gothier.
Gauthier.
And of course, Mike Shaw. Looking good.
He's like, I'm here.
There he's got his.
It's Saturday afternoon.
And he would rather be he'd want to be here if he could be anywhere. So here it is.
Yep.
Good night. We will have you tonight. Good night.